What is going on, guys? It's your boy here again, Dean, and I am very excited. I've been gone for a bit, but there was a lot of exciting news last week, and here we are. We're going to be going over all of it, and we're going to save the card reveals for when we do the set review. That's going to be coming out like roughly the same day as we get all the cards. But let's get into it because there was a lot. There's a lot that went on, and I do want to talk about a lot of it. So first up, we did get new set announced, Infinity Evolved. New exchange tickets, obviously. This is going to be every single set. You're going to have new things to pull for, new leaders, new cosmetics, all of that. Animated cards, doesn't really matter. New story, okay. It looks like we're only getting one character at a time, so I guess we just have Diawall. That's it, as the new part of the story. I'll just keep going down. There's like, the little notes. Infinity Evolved deck giveaway event. That means that you get, you know how we had the horrible deck that only had one legendary and a bunch of random shit in it? Same thing, but hopefully, I'm really hoping that side games, they up it. Like I said, I want to see like maybe two of one legendary, one of another. That's what I want to see from it. I really hope that we do see that, and if not, I'd be a little sad. I'd be a little sad because I know that was the big thing for people, was like, it was really hard to get your first deck. I think a lot of people, if you've stuck with the game, you're past that point at this point, especially when Roach is a very cheap deck. But when the new set comes out, I think it would be very good to, help the player base out, give us a couple more legendaries in those. But we are getting a new deck, and I assume it's going to be much like Digital. It's every set you get a new deck, but you can't go get the old ones, obviously. So, better be logged in, better be playing, and as long as you at least log in once within the next month and a half, you should be able to get this deck. Some celebration missions, new set, get people in. Supplies, cosmetics. Honestly, guys, don't feel like you need these. The cosmetics, if you play like regularly, you're gonna have more cosmetics you can ever use. You can only use one pack of sleeves, like one pair of sleeves per deck, and you can only have like one emblem at a time. So I think that these are like really terrible things to try to bait you with. That's just my personal opinion. I just think that those are like, if you play a bunch, you're gonna have some sleeves you like, so don't feel like you have to spend money on that. The purchase bonus included card pack bundle. What is that? Oh yeah, that's like basically you spend money, you get some extra stuff. Guided puzzles. Puzzle mode is easy until it's not. I think puzzle mode, for me personally, is nearly impossible. It's probably why I'm pretty bad at Forest. Is puzzle mode is something I've always struggled with, is because it's like very long lines. But I do know that there are some content creators out there. I'm just going to throw them out there. Ziff, I believe, is the one who would put out all of the solutions. Definitely go give him a subscription if you haven't heard of him. He usually does like the big, he usually gives you the shorthand of all of the puzzles. So that's something I'm probably never going to do for you guys, to be honest, just because it's something that's so far out of my like realm. And he's really good. He gives the super quick solutions. So yeah, big shout out to Ziff. I would have never finished the hard puzzles. If they've got the easy puzzles, definitely, if you're new to the game, try to figure those out on your own. When they start throwing 5 wards at you, if you like them, do them. If you don't, look at Ziff, because there's usually rewards to it. Master point ranking rewards. That means if you're not master, I guess suddenly we have to care again. We get the master's menu that usually shows you your rank, gives you something to strive for. New battle tutorial, helping new players get into the game. I feel like the game's pretty easy and the tutorial is really long. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you've never really played like Shadowverse, or you've never played like a digital card game, this is your first one, you found my video, do you think that you need a better tutorial, or do you think that they really kind of nailed it? I don't really know, because I felt like the tutorial was like they spent a lot of time making me do a tutorial. So to me, I assume that it was like good, but maybe it wasn't. New stuff to make your guy look in the park. I don't know. The park is okay. I'm not really excited unless they give me something funny. And, yeah, the chest park, obviously, is gonna... The park in the chest is obviously gonna have its rewards updated. We get some adjustments that are pretty big. Some park features. Hopefully they can fix the lag. And the battle stats added to the battle log. Which is... What is the battle log? Is that the thing in-game? Battle stats? Interesting. Visual effects for cards that have at the end of your opponent's turn destroy this card. Okay, so that's going to be like the little cracks. Shorten animations when fusing. Okay, the fusion. Addition of a confirmation dialogue setting for playing cards with fusion. I swear to God. Oh, wait, I've already played with this. Yeah, this was awful. Had to turn that shit off. Setting to increase the size of cards in hand. Ooh, big card. Easier to see. And then some, yeah, park issues. So yeah, the new set's coming out. There's this link with all of the pictures, but there's not all the cards out, so we're not really going to be going over that until we do the set review. And then the first... I want to take a second to be a little negative here. I think... It's going to be a little bit of a history lesson, too. So, we get Phylene as our first leader, which is here. I'm not going to play the trailer because that'd be very loud. Bop. But we get, yeah, Phylene, and then we get this with this, like, home screen. You can dress up as Phylene. I like the little chibi one, but, I mean, obviously, I like all leaders. Though I do wish, I think it's crazy that every leader that we've had so far, this is the 5th leader they've announced, and they're all just Shadowverse 1 leaders. I know it's Shadowverse 2, which means Shadowverse, but I really wish we had some leaders from, like, the new cards, like, right? Surely there was, who even was in Dragon? Dragon is, like, all old faces, right? It's like Garyu. There's the Lee song. There's the people with the mask. Why aren't we getting those? I don't know. They're trying to sell us Phylene, and then they have this, like, foot job Dojin looking, splash screen that you can have that's, like, animated on your screen, your home screen. Which I think is a little wild, if you guys don't know, like, Shadowverse is pretty old now, right? This is, like, year 10 or something of the game existing. When the game started off, like, Cerberus, where she's got the shorts, used to just be like a thong. Like, this game was, like, marketed towards Hearthstone people, but it had this, like, very Japanese, very fan service-y aesthetic. And it was, like, a little too close to the way, like, Nikkei looks to a normal person, right? Where it was, like, the fan service was, like, borderline hentai. And they went and censored a bunch of cards, you know, maybe if a character like, wasn't wearing pants, they'd give them, like, the shortest of shorts. And they tried to, like, reimagine themselves a little bit. And I don't know how I feel about that, but I do think it is, like, harder, because, like, I think that Shadowverse as a game is a really good card game. And the splash screen of the feet, I'm really hoping that doesn't scare away some people. I don't personally care. I just look at this and I think other people really do. And, I think it's, like, a little strong. I mean, like, Phylene's design is good. I don't really care for her, but it is good, right? We got the like, the straps and everything. We got, like, a lot of thighs showing. That's good. But this is, like, this is a little much, I think. And, I'm hoping it doesn't weird people out, because, like, I want to see as many people playing the game as possible. So, yeah, if you like Phylene, though, you can get your foot wallpaper. That's all I want to talk about that. And then, I don't know if they mention in this the Battle Pass, because we also got a Battle Pass leader announced, which are the ones where I guess we're putting the story characters. It's this guy. He looks like Aegis or something. He looks like the knights from, what part of the game was that? Was that in the last part with Asher? Were there knights that looked like this? Or was this in the first part of the original series? There's, like, a bunch of guys, I think, in the original game that look like this. In, like, the story mode. I don't think they really did anything. He looks pretty cool. I'm kind of excited. Second guy from the Battle Pass, but, I don't know. He's got some cool armor. Pretty excited for Silverius. So yeah, the new Battle Pass was announced. It's not really in this, but like I said, we're a little bit behind on the news, so we get a little bit extra news, right? Fully animated cards, obviously. Playset of 3 cards can be traded for with card pack points. Fully animated cards. Oh, right, the big ones that pop up. I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. I think that if you're spending money in whaling, only really spend on leaders and one cosmetic. You can, like, kind of, like, look at the cards and say, like, which one do I want to have as my overworld? Because, like, I don't imagine you're going to change your overworld guy very much. And if you pull the card And because you have the one that's the splash screen, and I think you get the alternate art for the I guess this is the same, right, with the leaders. Basically, I think that, like, pulling for a fully animated card is the last thing you should do unless you're a turbo whale. I'm just going to be honest with you. Cards will come and go. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Kulan be unplayable within, like, 1 to 2 sets. So, this is just my piece of advice to you if you're willing to spend money. And, like, the price point of... It's a lot to spark a card. But I would rather spark a leader. And, I mean, to each their own, but that's what I think. I just think that you should probably try to spark leaders and not spark fully animated cards. And I think it's kind of sad that you can't pull these, so... Turbo Whale, go for it, but, maybe you shouldn't? I can't tell you not to. I can't tell you not to, but... Yeah. News story. You better have all... I think you should have all the leaders before you do this, basically. Deal All story added to the game, like I said. One character at a time. It's going to be quite a while. It's going to be like 2 years before we get the, I guess the next leg of the story. It's going to be quite intense. Hopefully we start to get more characters at a time. That's what I hope. Infinity Evolved deck giveaway. So this is the deck, like I said. Hopefully we can get some more legends in that. That's really what I want to see. I want to see a better jumping off point for starting players. And hopefully, you know, make the new set with the new crafting thing a little bit easier for people to get into. 3 legendaries. I think 3 legendaries, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for 3. That's it. Missions, yeah, you're going to get more. 10 card pack tickets in total. Feels a little stingy. But I guess what else would we might get some more stuff to celebrate the beginning, like 10 to 20 packs. It's usually the way it goes. And you should have been saving rupees. Once you get a deck that you like, you should stop pulling the set and start saving for the next one. That's just kind of the way the game works. New supplies will be added to the shop. Some Evolve card styles. I don't know what that means. Make your cards look like they do in Evolve. I don't know what Evolve looks different. Shadowverse Evolve. What do you think that is? I don't think they showed a picture. Does that mean like the borders changed? I wonder what that is. Crystal points from purchasing crystals. So now you can get extra stuff by spending even more money. It's like a stamp reward card if you go to your local coffee shop or something. The puzzles, obviously, that are impossible, unless they're like the beginner ones. Yeah, all of this. I mean, we already talked about this stuff. The avatar assets, I don't know if you care about it. Boom, you can look like you're in summer. Cool. Don't think anyone cares. This doesn't make or break the game at all. I want to see them fix the fucking park, because honestly. But, yeah, mission refresh. This is big. If you don't know, your dailies would go on a 24-hour timer or like a 20-hour timer back as soon as you finish them. So, for me, it's like sometimes I will play at work, and sometimes I'll play on stream, and sometimes I just like will miss a day. And it was always very frustrating, because it's like if I play at night, and then I decide to not stream the next day, because, you know, maybe I'm going to the gym, maybe I'm going to be busy after work. It's like my work is at like noon to like 3 p.m. is when I would maybe have some time to play a couple games, but then I'm streaming at 9 p.m., which means that the daily reset would never give me... It would never allow me to, like, do my dailies, right? I would just, like, miss a day of dailies, unless I, like, would log on the next day. So it was very hard to... Because of the way that the timing worked, right? Like, you do your dailies at 9 p.m. You have to wait till 9 p.m. the next day, but you're not going to be streaming that day. And so it's like, right, am I even going to be logging on at 9 p.m.? Probably not. But I did log on at 3. But now it's like, now that I log on at 3, the next day it's 9. It's like you feel like you've missed your, like, timing for the dailies. I feel like you're doing less dailies. But we have dailies resetting the same time, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard. That's yeah, the 4 p.m. It's like already what it is. 4 p.m. for me. That's already like when the daily thing is. So when you get your new daily pack, boom, you have new dailies. If your daily was already done. So, in accordance with this adjustment, all missions will be reset after this maintenance, regardless of progress. So after they do this change, I believe is what they're saying. They reset all of your dailies regardless of where you were. But now you You have as long as you want to finish them, I'm going to assume. And when you do, they just reset at the beginning of the day. So yeah, definitely, this is huge. It means that you can, like, do your dailies every day. As long as you log in within that 24-hour time span, you're good to go. Huge change. Huge change. That's actually big. Shadowverse Park features also means that, like, you feel less pressured. Because, like, a big problem that people would have, right, is they would get, like, a daily that's, like, win, like, 5 games, and then suddenly the game feels like it's impossible to win. And, like, right, you'd finish, like, your play 10 followers, or, like, whatever, like, you know, play, like, a card, you get that daily done, boom. And now you take 4 hours to win 5 games or something because it's the worst day you've ever had. And suddenly you've got, like, the mismatched dailies. You're only getting 2 dailies at a time for a while, yeah. Honestly, this is so huge. Shadowverse Park features, you can quit now in the dailies, which is pretty big. But you can't forfeit early, so you can't just, like, queue up quit, but, like, your opponent can't be salty and deny you it. Support stickers they have obtained when spectating. What does that mean? So the little stickers, can you, like, tell people, like, hey, do it, and can they see that? If they're at the table? Can you, like... I do wonder, does that mean that there's going to be, like... It's like the equivalent of somebody coming up to your table at locals and being like, yo, you're doing it! Like, right? You don't know. Local card shops can get pretty hectic if you got the right... If you got the right group of people, you can have a fun time there. Players will now be able to... Or you can put the beta features on with practice match. Okay, so if you need a lot of help, Yudi can maybe help you. Hopefully you don't. It's... I think Yudi's not the best way to learn. Maybe you should just keep playing and maybe, like, talk to some people. I feel like there should be a lot of people that are willing to help you get better. But the AI thing is kind of cool. Edit avatar screen will be updated. Addition of reset button allows the player to remove all apparel. Okay, I don't think anyone cares about this shit. I don't know. Allows players to hide part of the UI. I don't know if people care about that either. Guild tab. I don't know if this matters. The guild, I will admit, I don't really pay attention to the guild or any of that, so I don't know. Pressing on another emblem, you can get certain options. I don't know what that means. Pressing on another player's avatar, send a free chat, be able to check their username. Okay. So if you press on them, you can see their username. Okay, let's recruit them to your guild or open the manager. So does it mean you can click on, like, a person in the overworld? And then you can, like, interact with them, send them DMs. Okay. So we're looking like a normal MMO. And then we get some shit that nobody cares about this metallic cat ear phone. Cat ear headphones, I guess. So, big. Nobody really cares. Conditions that must be fulfilled for certain abilities to activate, like rally count for Swordcraft. So, Battle Log has... Oh, like shadows and stuff. Like, how many shadows? How many things have been barrow righted? Okay, so like the old game. Was this not in the game? Was this... I guess things like fusion would be big. I really wish they had, like, a fusion count or, like, gears added. Like, cards added to hand. I think that should be a thing. But I guess it's a skill issue if you can't count. Visual effects. So we got some effects to where you can see this. Honestly, just click on the card. There's no reason to... I feel like if you know the game enough to notice the cracks on the card, you theoretically should be able to know to click on the card. I'm just saying. That's me. Visual effects and animations of fusing have been sped up, and new settings added this thing. This was fucking terrible. I've actually played with this once on stream, and then I missed everything else after this. And setting to increase the size of cards when in hand. Cool. This is probably big for some people. There's probably some people like vision impaired or something. And then we've got some bug fixes. I've never heard of any of these. This guy was bugged. I don't know what was going on. If anyone wants to tell me the lore on this. Issues with spectating private matches. I don't know what the issue was there either. Like, it's a little vague here, right? And you know what's stupid? I personally think is a little stupid about this is the amount of fucking disconnects I get in this game. That's the bug fixes we need are performance issues. Matchmaking in Shadowverse Park. I don't know what that's about. Is that about people sitting at your table? Display issues. Shortcut wheel and park chest issue guild member notifications. All of these things. Where is my performance? I need performance increases. That's what I need. And yeah, some random stuff about this. Probably be in like 4 days, I think. It's going to be like Thursday or something. We're going to get our set review out. I'm going to get my deck profiles out. I'm going to be making... I'm going to be hard at work this week for this set. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be going super hard on this set because a little bit more news is the Shadowverse Online. It's like Shadowverse, yeah, Shadowverse Open kickoff registration today. So this is, do you want to be able to qualify for Worlds? Also, this is a little bit of a complaint too. This is actually fucking horrendous. Shadowverse Online is this free tournament you can enter, and they're usually about one a month. They've got the entire tournament structure up on their website. On this tweet, I'll probably throw this like link in the description for this website. They've got the rules. They got all this. You can click on them, see all the tournaments they got. And yeah, I mean, there's money, $5,000 in the prize pool for a free tournament. That's pretty good. And they're running the tournament, obviously, through this app. And for some reason, this game had over 2 million downloads. This game is promising gold and riches. If you don't know, if you win Worlds, you're not winning Worlds. I'm going to be honest. One person gets to win Worlds. It's probably not you. It's probably not me. Being honest, I'm a pretty cocky... I'm a good card game player if you look at my history, but... Let's be honest, we're not winning Worlds, boys. It is what it is, but we can dream and we can go for it, right? And if you do manage to win Worlds somehow, it's like $700,000 US, okay? It's a lot of money, and you can get there, but first you have to like go through a bunch of tournaments, and it starts off with the kickoff. And then you have the qualifier series, you have these grand finals, and then I think it's like in the grand finals, there is 2 invites to the actual Worlds from North America, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like a thing where like each tournament gets a little more granular, and then eventually we do get to best 2 out of 3, but at the beginning it's best of 1. So it's like a 2-deck format, which I'm gonna make a video over what I think with that, like how that's supposed to go, and also some ways that maybe you can cheat on a little bit. But this 1,024 attendees. Do you notice these are both capped? I saw this tweet 10 hours after it came out when I was at work. Didn't really have time to like do anything with it, but right, I'm sitting at work. I said, okay, yeah, I'll sign up. Boom, this one already a cap. This one was at 950 attendees. Obviously, the 1,024. I think it's a shame that this game has 2 million downloads, a very excited player base for tournaments, and that we have a digital best-of-1 tournament that's meant to whittle down the competition so we can have shorter tournaments, and that we only had 2,048 slots, because if we look at... Hold up, I'm going to show you what I mean. AI overview. So I went to NAIC 2023, I think, is the one I went to. And that was like over 2,000 people, I believe. It was the one in Ohio. It might have been last year. That sounds wrong, though. I feel like it was 2 years ago. It's been a while. We see that Charlotte, North Carolina 2024 drew over 3,000 players. I'm just saying, I know that Pokemon is a much bigger franchise, but they have a physical tournament, best 2 out of 3, 2 days at a location, a convention center. This is an online tournament. If you make it, it's like... you can like more than double the size of the bracket, right? That's just the way that it works, and all it takes is 1 extra round. So if you add like 40 minutes to this thing, you can have 4,000 players. I don't know. It sounds it sounds worse to me that hopefully we can increase this cap. The registration, it says open, and it says that you're supposed to be able to have time, but I think it's just cooked. I think if you didn't sign up, you're doomed. And I really hate to say that to you guys, because I think it's very sad that this, and I understand. So the thing is that I guess in the original Shadowverse, but nobody was playing it near the end of the life of the game in the West, is they were like struggling to get 200 players. And so it's like, we're getting 2,000. Okay, that's a big win, but I think it's like sad if you're like hoping to get to this Worlds and you're like sitting there kind of, and then you just like, you didn't get signed up because it capped really early on a digital game. On a digital, that's the thing, is it's a digital game, right? Pokemon with their venue, you got a convention hall maxed out 3,000 people, I understand, but digital, wish it wasn't that way. But yeah, I did get signed up, so I'll definitely release the VOD. I'll like record on my own. I don't want to be stream sniped. But I'll upload my run after that happens. I'm going to be getting prepared for that. But this video's gone a little bit long. Thanks to anyone who watched, and I will try to, you know, be on top of the news going forward. And if you want to see all that, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and until then, this is your boy Dean, signing out.